Open Book Genesis chapter 5. The family line from Adam to Noah Genesis 5 is mainly a genealogy, family record from Adam down to Noah. Key points. It lists the descendants of Adam, right arrow, Seth, right arrow, Enosh, right arrow, Noah. Each person's age is recorded, when they had children and when they died. A repeated phrase appears. And he died, showing the reality of death after sin entered the world from Genesis 3. Important people, Enoch. He is different from the others. The Bible says he walked with God and did not die. Instead, God took him away, a sign of close relationship with God. Methuselah, the oldest recorded man in the Bible, 969 years. Noah, introduced at the end as someone special who would bring comfort. Meaning, shows how humanity continued after Adam. Emphasizes that sin brought death, but also that faithfulness to God like Enoch is possible. Prepares us for Noah, who becomes central in the next chapter. Globe showing Europe, Africa, Genesis chapter 6. The world becomes wicked, and Noah is chosen. This chapter shifts from genealogy to the condition of the world. 1. Human wickedness increases. People became extremely sinful and corrupt. Every thought of humanity was described as evil continually. God was grieved by human behavior too. Sons of God and daughters of men, a mysterious passage where sons of God took wives from human women. Different interpretations exist, but the main point is, human corruption and moral compromise increased. 3. God's judgment declared. God decides to destroy humanity with a flood because of widespread evil. However, he limits human lifespan, often understood as 120 years. 4. Noah finds grace. Noah stands out. He was righteous, blameless, and walked with God. Because of this, God chooses to save Noah and his family. 5. Instructions to build the ark. God tells Noah to build a large ark boat to survive the coming flood. Specific instructions are given: size, materials, and structure. Noah is told to bring his family animals, male and female, meaning, shows how seriously God views sin and corruption. Introduces both judgment, the flood, and grace, saving Noah. Teaches that even in a wicked world, God notices the faithful. Sparkles big lessons from Genesis 5:6. Sin leads to death and judgment. God is patient but just. He will act against evil. Faithfulness matters. People like Enoch and Noah stand out. God provides a way of salvation even in judgment. Genesis chapter 5. KJV, Genesis 5. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him, male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam, in the day when they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and begat a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years. And he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years, and begat Enos. And Seth lived after he begat Enos 807 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years and begat Canaan. And Enos lived after he begat Canaan 815 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years, and begat Mahalalel. And Canaan lived after he begat Mahalalel 840 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalalel lived 65 years, and begat Jard. And Mahalalel lived after he begat Jard 830 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Jard lived 162 years, and he begat Enoch. And Jard lived after he begat Enoch 800 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Jard were 962 years, and he died. And Enoch lived 65 years, and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God after he begat Methuselah 300 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. And Methuselah lived 187 years, and begat Lamech. And Methuselah lived after he begat Lamech 782 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years, and begat a son. And he called his name Noah, saying, This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed. And Lamech lived after he begat Noah 595 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Genesis 6. 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. 2. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. 3. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. 4. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. 6. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. 7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. 9. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. 10. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. 11. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. 12. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. 13. And God said unto Noah, The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. 14. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shalt thou make in the ark, and shalt pitch it within and without with pitch. 15. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. 16. A window shalt thou make to the ark, and in a cubit shalt thou finish it above, and the door of the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof. With lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it. 17. And behold, even I do bring a flood of waters upon the earth, to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. 18. But with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou, and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee. 19. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shalt thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female. 20. Of fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing of the earth after his kind, 2 of every sort shall come unto thee, to keep them alive. 21. And take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. 22. Thus did Noah. According to all that God commanded him, so did he.